Okay, to continue, today we will try to observe the existing average motion of the so called planets and arrive at the tree of life. This we earlier saw that the null set and the universe set. This is the null set idea, boundary system surrounding, universe set boundary system surrounding is actually having six perspectives, totally six, and the breathing cycle is made up of five stages. The akasha or the boundary or the breathless state, okay, and then vayu instability, agni, apas, prithvi. So this is a star shaped, but when it comes to the planetary motion it will follow the regular order. See, this is the expansion and contraction are flip sides of the akasha, and then stability and instability are again flip side of the akasha. So it will start from expansion, stability, instability, contraction, then it will go to akasha or sky, and then come back to again expansion, stability. So you can see this particular idea here. This is a zodiac. So it will start from, this is a sky or akasha, and then the first house, this is Mesha is fire, which means expansion. This is stability, earth, instability, air, contraction, water. So this is yet another sky or akasha. Then you have expansion, stability, instability, contraction. So this is a sky, third sky, expansion, stability, instability, contraction. So you have 1, 2, 3 akasha, and then followed by, so this is expansion, this is expansion, this is expansion. All these things are called fiery. So you have 5 states, 5, and then 6 perspective. So 6 into 5 is 30. We already saw that the link between the state of uncertainty Saturn and the zodiac, the 12 box, there is a number 12 there, which is the oscillation from upside down of the part to upright, from and then upright to upside down. So there is a oscillation. That's a 12. So multiply this 12 and 30, you will get 360. See, the 360 degrees of a circle are, if you try to find give the gap or number of rotations between, suppose Saturn is making 360 rounds around the zodiac, what will be the effect? So in 360 rounds of Saturn around the zodiac, what are all the things you can expect to observe? So this actually is called a tree of life representation. It's basically every planet moves around the zodiac when seen, okay. So the slowest one is Ketu, they call it Keter, then Chokma, which is zodiac, Bina, which is Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Moon, and then the Lagna or the earth surface. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 speed. Each is different inside, and one is always, this is the slowest, and as the speed gradually increases, this is the fastest. The Lagna or the earth surface is the fastest. The moon is the next fastest one. So we saw that this point in the zodiac, the part is upright, upside down, this is upright. So as we move from this upside to upright and then upright to upside down, you are forming a circle. Suppose sun is going around here, sun will gradually go in this way. It will go clockwise and then go up to here. So this particular perspective, where is actually the observer? Suppose if you want to have this kind of a perspective, you have to think that a person is standing on the Antarctica or the South Pole, somewhere in the South Pole of the earth, and then he is seeing the equatorial region of the earth. This is the equatorial region of the earth, and the north pole is on the back side of this particular diagram. So as you know, when seen from the north pole, the earth will move in the anti-clockwise, but seen from the south pole, the earth will rotate in the clockwise. So an observer from morning to evening and then evening to morning, it will be like a the lagna will keep on moving in this clockwise direction. Lagna, when I say, it's the surface of the earth. Similarly, all the planets will move in this clockwise direction, but for Rahu, Ketu are this is the part upright upside, the moons ascending and descending, they will move in the anti-clockwise direction. Now what we are trying to do is, what will happen in a 360 rotations of Saturn around the zodiac. Suppose Saturn roughly takes around 30 years to make around the zodiac. So this is one round. So like that, if it is making 360 such rounds, what will happen? We already got one relationship, which is 12, 31, 19. So the difference, 31 is the magnetism, 12 is the electric, 31 minus 12 is 19. So you have here 31, 12 and then 19. So 19 plus 12 is 31. So you multiply it by the 30, which is got from the multiplication of the 6, the null set, universe set in the order, followed by the breathing cycle. So you have a breathing part. So this is a cube. You see that it's having 6 faces. That's the 6 here. And suppose this is breathing. When I say breathing, it's expansion, contraction. Let's say lungs expands, contracts. It's going up, down. So the breathing cube is represented by the number 30. So this is, you can assume this this status like this. The oscillation of the breathing cube will be like this way. So in people who follow the olden traditions, they call this cube as Kabba. Kabba means cube, Allah means God. Kabba, Allah means cube, God are the Kabbalah. And now we will see, this is an arrangement where you have the universe set idea, the boundary, system and surrounding, and inside the universe set you are trying to place the null set triangle, fit the null set within the universe set triangle. This is the boundary of the null set, surrounding, system. So it's basically bisecting. This is bisect, this is bisect, bisect. So you have a center point, and then the bisector line and this horizontal line, they cut, and this point is, you get 3 points. This is called the beginning, karma, and then the ending. So this is the innermost thing, and within that one you have the 0 or the infinite blank screen, or the absolute expansion state. So there are so many possibilities, right? So again you have the, it's arranged in the usual doubling circuit order. The during expansion it will be Makara, Kumbha, Meena, Mesha, Rishabha, Mithuna, are the Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. And then the reverse, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So it's like a 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. So the usual doubling order. Now if you see, you can form 47 different triangles with this one. So assume this is the one triangle, this is second triangle, this is third triangle, this is fourth triangle, this is fifth triangle. Like this, if you try to see what are all the possible ways of connecting three different ideas. So you have totally 6 plus 3 9 ideas and then the center point, and if you want to connect these things there will be totally 47 possibilities. So 47 actually is more connected to life. Life is all about how many ways you can live or an element of choice. So 47 talks about a choice. So here in this representation you have Ketu at the beginning and ending. This is the zodiac. So between Ketu and zodiac it's 30. That's nothing but 6 into 5. The breathing cube. And then you have 47. Between zodiac and Jupiter it is 47, which is the possible ways of arranging the number of triangles. And then so 30 plus 47 would be 77, which is 11 into 7. So life, the connection between life and the beginning and ending, there are 77 varieties. So this is represented here. See, you have already we have 31, 12, 19, and then you introduce a 30, the breathing cube. So 30 and 47 makes totally 11 into 7, 77. So this is the triangle where if you introduce life, what will be the effect? Now you have another idea. See, this is actually Saturn or the uncertainty or the middle idea of the cube, the center of the cube, and then you have the beginning and ending, which is the oscillation between the top and the bottom of the cube. This is, so the gap is actually 11.4 years roughly. So which means what we are trying to say is Saturn will take, suppose Rahu Ketu moves in this direction, Saturn moves in this clockwise direction, they will meet every 11.4 years, and then they will only after 11.4 years it will meet again. Now if you see this particular arrangement, this gap of 11.4 years, the one round, one meeting between the Saturn and the uncertainty and the vibration, you can see from the level of the soul or the Atma, which is the sun, or we can still go down at the level of intelligence or the buddhi, or you can even still go down at the state of the mind or the manas. So if you see from sun, you can see that it takes, by the time you complete 11 rounds, you will have 11, sun will meet Saturn 11 times. So sun will undergo 12 eclipses, 12 solar eclipses roughly. So 12 minus 11 is 1. If you go to the state of intelligence, it is by the time the same 11.4 years, the Mercury will meet Rahu or Ketu 48 times. See, 48 is nothing but there are 6 faces of the cube and then 8 corners. The 6 is always fixed. However, if I have a Rubik's cube, whatever you turn, the center pieces, the arrangement, the thing, it's a fixed network. 8 is the corner, wherein the beginning and ending form the poles and the remaining 6 form the oscillation thing. So 6 into 8 are 48. So 48 minus 1 is 47. 47 is nothing but the all the possibilities. Intelligence always thinks about possibilities. How many ways you can arrange. Now you go further down to the level of mind. The difference is 152 and 153. See, 153 is 152 plus 1 is 153. This is again 19 into 8 and then 17 into 9. 8 is the corners, 9 is the paths. See, in a cube you can have 9 ways. If you have a Rubik's cube, you can rotate the cube in 9 ways, 3 in each possible direction of the cube. See, they form the paths or the 9 views here. So, and then 19 we already saw is the difference of the magnetic and the electrical energy. So 31 minus 12 is 19, and the sum total of magnetic energy 31 plus 12 is 43. Now this if the gap between zodiac and life, the for every round of life makes a round around zodiac, which is around 12 years. This actually connects the creation or the Venus, destruction or the Mars, and the intelligence. So anything, there is an element of intelligence in any creation and destruction. So 43 is nothing but the electromagnetic total. 30 is the 6 into 5, the breathing cube. So the difference between 43 and 30 is the spirit. So between creation and destruction, we call that a spirit is residing in the body, or it is an embodied spirit, right? So the number 13 links close to spirit. You can see this relationship here. We already got this 47, 30, and then this 47 into 19, you can see a 13, 30 and 43. So this is a triangle. And then there is one more idea. This beginning and ending, the Rahu Ketu, the soul, and the destruction of the energy, which is there is a connection between these two. There is a space-time connection. So 9 paths you are having. It is made up of the 9 solar eclipse will roughly amount to 4 times meeting of Mars and Sun, which is around 780 days. It will be 7 times meeting of Mars and Rahu or Ketu. 5 times. So this 5 is nothing but 4 plus 1. This is this Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apas, Prithya, the connection between. This is the 5. And the 4 is all about 3 plus 1. 3 is actually a time based number. Past, present, future. Swapna, Jagrat, Susuti are the waking state, dreaming state are the deep state. And there is always a timeless state or the Turiya, wherein you are neither awake nor dreaming nor asleep. So the definition of waking and dreaming and sleeping, they are connected. The way we think is not the way wise people think. So the thing is Jnanam Jagrat, which means only if you understand the perspective clashes, then you are awake. Then Aviveko Maya Saushuptam, which means he who does not understand this illusion is in actually deep sleep. Though he thinks he is awake, he is actually deep asleep. Swapno Vikalkapaha, which means he who tries to think that one idea is better than another and he is having a prejudice over or a interest in something more than the other, then he is actually said to be in a state of dream. So this space-time thing makes the path. So you can see that this stretch would be 11, 12, and then this again you can form the various links. So you will get a particular arrangement wherein one is the slowest and one is the fastest. And this particular arrangement is only a arrangement of the averages. So if you try to go take a measuring instrument and start measuring, it would be somewhere plus or minus. It's like the same, the eye concept. Suppose if you keep your thumb in the center of the eye and close your left eye and see, with the right eye, it will appear to the left hand side. Suppose if you close your right hand and see, it will be to the